Hey little axolotls, welcome to another video, or if you are new here, welcome to the tank. My name is Ezra, and this is a space where I vlog about my life experiences as someone who is a victim and survivor of childhood sexual abuse, and someone that is living with ongoing psychosocial disabilities as a result, and just, I don't know, it happens in general. I Words. Hi, welcome to my biannual update video. It's been a while, and there have been a lot of things that have changed in my life or developed, or there's just been a lot that has happened this year. I actually wrote down dot points for myself because I knew that I would ramble far too much and forget far too many things. So hi, welcome. First of all, I'm still where I was this time last year in the new space. I've really kind of made it more homey than initially. Because basically when I did move here after the breakup, it was very like quick need to find somewhere to move into, and I didn't really have in my head that I would be staying here long term, so to speak. I thought, oh, this is just temporary. In a year from now, I will move to a different place. Like I'll move out to somewhere else. But I really do like the space that I am in, and rent is so expensive. I live in Sydney, and like cost of living terrible in general, but also I'm on the disability support pension, so I don't have a main, kind of income that would facilitate living somewhere super expensive. So I'm still living here. It's nice. One of the things that I did change about the space is I got a fridge. My support worker helped me organize that through Marketplace, and I have a fridge. Prior to that, I had one of those little bar fridges, which isn't really that helpful if you are cooking, for example, or just storing things, even just like little things that I like ice cream, for example. Couldn't do that. So I've made the place more homey. I've set up a separate area because it's like a unit, but I've set up a little divider kind of thing with a bookshelf and set up my computer desk. So I've kind of got that space between, like bedroom and workspace, which I suppose will move us on to work. I actually have started some paid advocacy work this year, which is really exciting, and I'm over the moon. It's kind of progressed from me doing one committee to doing like I think at least 4 or 5 committees that I'm on, basically. So I'm very glad. Full stop to the sentence. Start a new sentence. I am working on a couple of committees. So basically, they are consumer advisory groups where we meet up virtually on, say, Zoom or Microsoft Teams once a month and talk about government policies to do with mental health. So things that impact those of us who use mental health services, particularly from the public mental health sector in New South Wales, which is the state that I live in Australia. And we talk about that as well as current issues that, again, have to do with mental health or psychosocial disability. Some of the groups are based on my state. Another group is a co-design group. A recent group that I joined up with has to do with a consumer advisory for an upcoming study that has to go through like ethics committee, all of that kind of thing. A lot of exciting things, and they are paid roles as well, which is great. I really like that advocacy, lived experience advocacy is like can be paid, like as someone who has depression, anxiety, symptoms wise, not diagnoses wise, because they go hand in hand with my CPTSD, DID, etc., etc. I just think that it's good. I think it adds a feeling of value to myself, but also from discussions in these committees, like to other people as well, feeling like a valued member of this capitalistic kind of society. It's just, it's been really nice to meet different people from different backgrounds, particularly in one of the subsets, I suppose, of groups that I'm in, which is a CALD CALM group, which stands for culturally and linguistically diverse, and culturally and racially marginalized. I'm also part of a LGBTQ consumer advisory group. I'm part of a lot of things, and it's been a great experience so far. And I'm looking forward to see how it goes over the next, year or so. Again, their monthly meetings go on for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and that's been fun. So that's my little work update. Other life updates. I think I may have mentioned it, or I have a video on here that I have another rabbit. So I initially had 2 rabbits. Then I got Sunday in late last year. She is a Netherland dwarf something mix. She's about like 1.1 kilos, I believe. But I got her. I mean, hindsight. We had an issue late last year where I thought that the 3 of them would get along, given that my experience with Nimbus and Cirrus was quite smooth. And those 2 got along like within a day of getting Cirrus, because she was my second rabbit. Nimbus and they bonded so quickly, and I thought that it might be the same for Sunday to get along with the other 2. Unfortunately, rabbits are very territorial. Cirrus did bite Sunday, and I took her to the emergency vets, and she's fine. But they still didn't get along after that, and I also, to do with the fact that I wanted to apply for an assistance dog, I made the decision to rehome my bonded pair of rabbits, which was emotional, especially for younger parts, particularly Addie. But it was the right decision. I still feel like an asshole for doing it, and like I'm a completely terrible, horrible person. But I know it was the right decision, not only for myself, but also for them, particularly because the space had changed at home, and trying to swap out locations for those 2 and Sunday. And so they went to a lovely place. I rehomed them through a private rehoming not organization. It's a lady that runs it, and she was so lovely and so helpful throughout the process. Even before I dropped them off to her, she'd already found someone, a lady that had recently lost her rabbit due to old age, and she was happy to take the bonded pair, and I got to have pictures of their new setup, and it's very lovely. They are so spoiled now, and I love that for them. So that is something big that has happened this year. And as I did mention, I wanted to apply for an assistance dog through Assistance Dogs Australia. ADA is a non-for-profit organisation. I think that's the name of it. And I applied. They had expressions of interest going earlier this year, which they haven't opened their applications for. I think they said it was around about 6 to 8 years now, I do believe. So when they put up their advertising that they were having autism assistance dogs, I did my expression of interest. I went through the process of that with the paperwork and all of that stuff, and I received a call, I think 3 months ago now, regarding a placement with an assistance dog. And 2 months ago, a trainer from another state's team came out, and she took me through 2 weeks of training. I can't guarantee that I'll make an actual video about how assistance dogs work and the process of that, because hello, it's me. This is the second video I've made this year. But we went through the training, and now I have an autism assistance dog, and his name is Peanut. Peanut, up. Yeah, up. Come here. Up. Say hello. Oh, hello, darling. Hello, darling. Hello, sweet pea. He's obviously off duty at the moment. He's not, well, you probably can't see it because of the green screen, but he's not currently wearing his vest. Hello, honey. I might put in some photos of him here, but I've had him for 2 months now, and so much in my life has changed because of him, and I'm looking forward to how my life is going to change moving forward as well. I've definitely gained quite a lot more independence. Things that may be little things, but I have, rather than going to the supermarket that's up the road from me, for example, only after shifts with my support workers, I am going there myself. I make regular trips up there, like it's a 10-minute walk away, and I just take Peanut and we can go into shops, because assistance dogs have the same public access rights as things like guide dogs. For those of you who are familiar with the term service dog, in Australia we call them assistance dogs. So yeah, this is Peanut. He is a golden retriever cross Labrador, and he is 2.5 months old. Months? 2.5 is 2.5 years old, but he behaves like such a baby when he doesn't have his vest on. It's the difference between vest off and vest on is, it's like night and day. It's, yeah, but he's so sweet. He's obviously got some training cues and things like that to help me when I am feeling overstimulated or during a meltdown. It's just been, yeah, it's been so helpful to have him. Other things in life, good gosh, 12 minutes already. We're at 12 minutes and I don't even know whether I'm halfway through. Assistance dog, started working, rehome rabbit. It's been very busy. I have gone out a lot of places this year, not only in the past 2 months of having Peanut, but even prior to that, I have been doing a lot of activities outside of the house through my support provider, like where I mainly get my NDIS supports from, like my support workers, psychosocial recovery coaching. I've been going out to cooking classes through them. Also gone to a couple of like galleries, museums, the gardens in the city. We do some outings as a group, so it's myself and two other NDIS participants, and it's great for socializing. And it's also really helpful because, you know, we each have our one-on-one support workers, so it's usually a group of say 6 of us, and it's been, yeah, it's been nice to have that socializing and going places, experiencing new things, in a safe, you know, environment, with people that I do trust and enjoy hanging around with. So maybe you'll get some big stretch, some pictures of places that I've been. Thank you, darling. And that has been, yeah, that's been great. I'm looking forward to perhaps going to some more places, particularly over the holiday break that's coming up, because usually therapy is off for like usually like 4 to 6 weeks. So that will mean extra activity days. Speaking of therapy, I'm still going to therapy. Still going to therapy once a week, which I, yeah, hi, honey. Still going to my weekly therapy sessions. I often, there's a lot of parts around at the moment, particularly because I am filming and that makes me anxious. But I am still going to therapy. I still have DID. I still have CPTSD. It has been a year. Like, it's not been a year of therapy. I've been in therapy for longer than that. But this year has been a year. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, brain. Hi, brain. Want to start doing a wee bit of dissociating. Therapy's tough. Therapy's tough at the moment, and next year, I think we're going to go further into EMDR. It's kind of been difficult. I know that I've spoke about it here and also on my blog. a couple of times about EMDR and starting that process, and it's not always like a straight jump into it. It's a warm up to it, but also there were some aspects of my relationship that were similar to, like, they just had little similarities to certain things in childhood, and so we actually didn't do like a lot of or any EMDR, like full EMDR, not just like the preparation, because it wouldn't have been essentially like it could have been like re-traumatizing because I was going through other things. Anyhow, let's website. Let's talk about that. If you do follow my blog, which I haven't written on in also a while, but I have moved everything over to Substack. And the cost of running a WordPress site is quite expensive, especially given that I'm not posting on it and I don't I didn't have a subscription that was paid. I don't have paid subscriptions on my website, so I ended up moving my content over to Substack and just putting my domain on there instead. So if you would like to read my blogs, you still go to the same website that it was before. It'll just come up with a Substack page. You can skip the subscription. There's a little skip button, and then it'll just give you the blog because the blog posts are free. So that's that has happened. What else? Oh, and artwork. I am a published artist now, which is quite exciting. I think I may have mentioned it in a vlog last year that I had submitted an entry into the Children's Mental Health Gallery of 2024. That's through the Melbourne Children's Hospital. And I'd received a response saying that I would be in it, but there were a lot of things happening on the back end that delayed that, and they ended up making it into a book full of like myself, and I think there were around about 100 artists in total. And just the other day I received the book in the mail because they had the launch for that last month. It was in Melbourne though, so I didn't go down. I did go to Melbourne for work though a couple of months ago, but I will show you the book. 1 second. Okay, this is the book. I'm trying to get it, but the green screen filter is kind of, green screening, but this is the book, Children's Mental Health Gallery. I can't read those words backwards. It's first of all, really good. You can't see it. Really good quality, just in general, but there is also a copy on website. I like a digital copy of the book, which I will put in the link down below. Definitely trigger warning for, in general, it is about, people's mental health and about their journeys, but the page that I have, which I think is page 40 something, I don't remember, the artwork that I made was from clay. I also used a piece of wood, I do believe. I honestly can't remember, although it is still in my cupboard. Anyway, I'm starting to dissociatingly ramble. Why must be so anxious, camera? Huh? But anyway, I did an artwork talking about it's because I'm talking about my artwork, and my artwork has to do with my experiences of CSA and feeling like I am feeling guilt over that. And okay, uncomfortable. You're fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so published artist, and yeah, I mentioned that I went to Melbourne earlier this year for work. It was for a mental health symposium of the sorts. I think everything has been addressed from my dot points. It's funny that sometimes, not when I'm like out just like doing my own thing, I don't tend to notice until afterwards. But when I'm very consciously aware at the moment that I'm, on camera and all of that stuff, it's like I know, like I don't know who is exactly like what parts are around, but I just feel that dissociation as it's happening. I feel that, like blendiness, switchiness. What the fuck else is on my list? I'm currently stressed about NDIS stuff. And that is, yeah, change of circumstances due to moving and no longer having informal support, because that is what my partner and, well, my ex-partner and her partner, that was what they are classified as when it comes to NDIS and stuff like that, as informal support. So yes, I should have done that last year, but also there have been a lot of other changes in life. Excuse you. But yeah, there've been a lot of other changes in life. Doing more things, having support workers, and of course Peanut, because assistance animals do get their own, typically can get their own budget, which just has to do with their upkeep, because obviously he is there for my secondary disability under NDIS, which is autism. And I think that's all. I definitely am pretty sure that Kai is around, either that or it's Dakota. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling it. It's one of the boys. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, but there is fucking a 22-minute update video. Fuck. Thank you. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, hopefully let's catch up sometime in the next year. As always, keep swimming, little axolotls, and always remember to be authentic, be accountable, and be inclusive. And we will see you for the next video. Bye.